you. Mr. Sablon, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and good afternoon to and welcome to all our witnesses. An educated society, improves everybody's lot in life. It promotes, relationships, promotes economies. It promotes just, sometimes very smart people get together and discuss very difficult things, right? That's what an education strives for. Whether it's a difficult thing of how to connect these two lumber in this corner or clinical applications of your education. And so I would think that we all benefit from the programs, the federal student aid programs that are available to those who qualify, who need the program to move forward and get a good education. Of course, not everybody goes to, gets a good education, but as many as we can. One of those programs is the Pell Grant. And I am a true supporter, I'm a strong supporter of the Pell Grant because it's important, as we can see all throughout the country, such that I supported the, increasing the maximum awards of Pell Grants twice in the last 2 years. And because the Pell Grant is also very important to my district, where about 1,000 students attend a community college there, and typically covers the cost of tuition. So if we were to sort of pare down some of the programs, because the majority, my Republican colleagues here, are proposing to make severe cuts to the budget, despite the president's submission of a fiscal year 23 budget. It's going to get level funding, or actually it's even going to get much decreased. So what happens to the programs? Besides continuing resolution, what happens to the programs? And the agencies that administer those programs, for example, the FSA, those agencies who collect this debt, we've seen it before. I was here before in 2013. There's a problem. So, but what happens to those, and moreover, what happens to those students who want to go to school, who should go to school, and yet don't have the resources to do it because we have all these new ideas of how to reduce their funds, their student aid programs. What happens to our community, these investments we have done so far that made us this greatest nation on earth? It wasn't just from legacy admissions in colleges, was it? We must have done something right, and I think we did something, we're doing some things right. We shouldn't do very much to hurt it. So, Dr. Cellini, I don't know if you have an idea of what I'm trying to say, but what would it look like to schools if there's no, for example, just one Pell Grants were reduced or entirely removed?
I think that would be really devastating for millions of students if Pell Grants were removed. They're incredibly important for low-income students to afford college.
And even institutions, right? There are institutions, actually, there are institutions for profit colleges that make a lot of money out of this.
So in the for-profit sector, that's where we see problems predominantly, but not exclusively. And I think it is incumbent upon policymakers to ensure that the Pell Grant doesn't go to programs that have very low value.
I heard you on that.
That's very important.
Thank you. I yield back, Madam Chair.